And God asked, "St. Francis, you know all about gardens and nature. What in the world is going on down there on the planet? What happened to the dandelions, violets, milkweeds, and stuff I started thousands of years ago? I had a perfect, no-maintenance garden plan. Those plants grow in any type of soil, withstand drought, and multiply with abandon. The nectar from the long-lasting blossoms attracts butterflies, honeybees, and flocks of songbirds. I expected to see a vast garden of colors by now, but all I see are these green rectangles." St. Francis responded, "It's the tribes that settled there, Lord, the suburbanites. They started calling your flowers weeds and went to great lengths to kill them and replace them with grass." God said, "Grass? But it's so boring. It's not colorful. It does not attract butterflies, birds, and bees, only grubs and sodworms. It's sensitive to temperatures as well. Do these suburbanites really want that grass growing there?" St. Francis, "Apparently so, Lord. They go to great pains to grow it and keep it green. They begin each spring by fertilizing grass and poisoning any other plant that crops up in the lawn." God, "The spring rains and warm weather probably make grass grow really fast. That must make the suburbanites really unhappy." St. Francis, "Apparently not, Lord. As soon as it grows a little, they cut it sometimes twice a week." God, "They cut it? Do they then bale it like hay?" St. Francis, "Not exactly, Lord. Most of them rake it up and put it in bags." God, "They bag it? Why? Is it a cash crop? Do they sell it?" St. Francis, "No, sir, just the opposite. They pay to throw it away." God, "Now let me get this straight. They fertilize grass so it will grow, and when it does grow, they cut it off and pay to have it thrown away." St. Francis, "Yes, sir." God, "These suburbanites must be relieved in the summer when we cut back on the rain and turn up the heat. That surely slows the growth and saves them a lot of work." St. Francis, "You're not going to believe this, Lord. When the grass stops growing so fast, they drag out hoses and pay more money to water it, so they can continue to mow it and pay to get rid of it." God, "What nonsense. At least they kept some of the trees. That was a sheer stroke of genius, I have to say so myself. The trees grow leaves in the spring to provide beauty and shade in the summer. In the autumn, they fall to the ground and form a natural blanket to keep moisture in the soil and protect the trees and bushes. It's a natural cycle of life." St. Francis, "You better sit down, Lord. These suburbanites have drawn a new circle. As soon as the leaves fall, they rake them into great piles and pay to have them hauled away." God, "No! What do they do to protect the shrub and tree roots in the winter to keep the soil moist and loose?" St. Francis, "After throwing away the leaves, they go out and buy something they call mulch. They haul it home and spread it around in a place of leaves." "And where do they get this mulch?" God asked. St. Francis, "They cut down trees, grind them up to make the mulch." God said, "Enough! I do not want to think about this anymore." He then asked St. Catherine, "You're in charge of the arts. What movie have you scheduled for us tonight?" St. Catherine, "A movie called Dumb and Dumber, Lord. It's a story about—" God interrupted her. He then said, "Never mind, St. Catherine. I think I've just heard this whole story from St. Francis."